If you want to make a nice smooth puree or a smoothie or a juice, you need a proper blender. Whether it's in a home kitchen or in a commercial environment, this is one of the most versatile and most used pieces of equipment. So it needs to be proper, like the one I have here from Royal Catering. So before I show you how it works, let me just go through some technical details. First of all, it works with 1500 watts. And you can crank it up to 32,000 rotations per minute. So it is very powerful and very efficient. You have a 2-liter plastic jug. Very important piece is also the lid. It's a sort of rubberized, and you have also very important that you need to check that it produces a nice seal. There's like sort of a catch to it, so it needs to click in if you want to start working. Also, a very cool feature is the fact that you can open the lid, so you can add ingredients while you're blending, which is very important while when doing dressings or puree, so when you're adding butter into your carrot puree while you're blending, just to emulsify it. On the internet I found some questions. First one of which is what the blade is made of. So to show you what it's made of, I'll show you another cool feature, the fact that you can disassemble it and you can take the whole blade unit out. So as you can see, there's 6 blades total, and they're made of high-grade stainless steel. And another cool feature, there's a lot of cool features there. You can disassemble the whole thing, so you can take the blades out. For example, if you need to sharpen it, well, they are very sharp, but when you're blending a lot, then well, they eventually will go blunt. So it is actually quite cool that you can disassemble the whole thing, sharpen it, put it back together. Also for cleaning purposes, very cool thing that you can take it out. By the way, simple way to clean it, of course, when you add a bit of detergent in it, and you just simply add some water up to 1/3 of the capacity of the jar and just turn it on for a couple of minutes. That will do the job. But for a thorough clean, it's great that you can disassemble the whole thing and put it in a dishwasher or whatever, cleaned by hand. But that's very important. All right, when you're putting the base back, you have to check 2 things. First of all, that the seal on the base is properly aligned, and the second thing is when you tighten it, make sure it is tight, but not too tight. I know that's a bit tricky, but you don't want the blender to leak around and create mess. But then again, after a while, you need to be able to take it off, so do not screw it too tight. All right, one more feature I want to mention. There is a safety there, but don't worry about it. Also, the blender will not work if it's not connected, all right, if the jar is not in place. But you can put the the jug in any position, it will still make the blender work. Second question. People ask it very often whether it can crush ice. So instead of telling you, let me show you. That's ice. Let's put it in. Let's make a nice smoothie. Bit of apple. Let's put a whole orange in it. Just like that. I'm adding my secret ingredient as well, which is grenadine syrup. It's always good to add some sugar, right? Don't make it too healthy. There you go. Put the top on, put the plug in, and down to controls. So first of all, you have on and off switch. So in order to make the programs work, it's already pre-programmed. You have to turn this one on, and then you have low, medium, and high, which will sort of control the rotation. So you can start with 13,000 rotations and will go up to 32,000 rotations per minute. Then of course you have the pulse function, which will give you the 32,000 straight away, and if you release the button it will stop working. And of course for uniform results, if you know how long it takes to make a smoothie, if you tried it out, if you made it 100 times, and you know exactly how long it's going to take, you can set it for 35, 60 or 90 seconds, so you can actually work with your hands off. Talking about hands off, whenever you start working with a blender, always make sure you hold your hand on top. Especially, it's a good habit to have, because when you're blending hot food, for example purees, once you start the device, the products inside will expand, and if you don't hold it tight, well, you may repaint the whole kitchen, so you don't want to do that. All right, so let's make a smoothie. I reckon 60 seconds will be absolutely enough. Let's see how it works. All right, so 60 seconds are over. I'm pretty sure the result is amazing. There you go. One thing I haven't mentioned is the plunger that you get in the set. So that's also what this hole is for. So when you're blending something really thick and you see it has blocked, you can help the whole process by tempering it down. All right, so there you go. Look how smooth that is. There you go. Perfect results in just 60 seconds. So, I hope I answered all your questions. I hope you liked the video. I thank you guys very much for watching, and I see you next time.